The origins of gigging fish with a spear from a flat-bottom boat dates back for thousands of years. In the Ozarks, generations after generations have set out at dusk to navigate shallow waterways in search of the elusive suckerfish. It is tradition, it is sport, and it is an honest way to keep food on the table. We've come a long way from the days of wooden john boats and lanterns to light the way. Nowadays, the boats are 100-gauge welded aluminum with outboard jet-propelled motors that can charge extremely bright halogen and LED lights to where you don't even need a generator. But the gig itself is still a prong-forged steel head secured to an 8 to 14-foot pole. Modern-day fish gigging is a cold-weather sport with the season starting in mid-September and lasting until the end of January. Game fish such as bass, catfish, and trout are illegal to gig, but it's open season for the bottom-feeding family of fish called suckers. In these parts, there's the prized red horse, the hog mullet, and the yellow sucker. Though not considered a delicacy, when properly scored and fried, they sure do make for good eating. Tonight's Legend Series of Gigging Tournament is sponsored by Cowtown, USA, and takes place on the Gasconade River in south central Missouri at the Jerome Access Point.
Hi, my name's Aaron Jeffers. I'm with Cowtown, USA in marine sales, and tonight we've got our Legend SS Gigging Tournament. This is the first annual Legend SS tournament of 2013. What happens is all the boats get ready at 5 o'clock and everybody starts their engines. We release them in the order that they registered for the tournament. Their boat has to be at the dock with their fish by 9 o'clock. Everybody is gigging the same type of fish tonight. The last gigging tournament we had, we mixed it up a little bit and there was no holds barred as far as you could gig anything as long as it wasn't a game fish. Tonight, we've made it really competitive by just limiting it to 3 different kinds of sucker fish. We've taken $10 per person entry fee, and then if their boat wants to enter the big fish contest, it's an extra $10. All of that money that is taken in for the big fish is given to the one who gigged the biggest fish. What they do is they've got this big basket, and they pick out 5 of the biggest fish, and then there's 3 places. We put them on the scale, and whoever has the top 5 heaviest fish ends up taking home the biggest chunk of the kitty. So there's some big prize money tonight, and it should be a really exciting deal.
My name is Mark Collins. I'm from Vienna, Missouri. I'm Jay Jones from Vienna, Missouri.
Chase Freeler from Vienna, Missouri. How long have you guys all been doing this?
I've been doing it for 25 or 30 years.
Gotcha.
About 10 years.
Probably about 10 years.
My name's Jesse Evans. Got into gigging through family. It's always been kind of a family tradition. Been going ever since I can remember. Old enough to go. Ever since I was old enough to hold the gig, I got to get up on the front of the boat.
Well, I'm Jason Martin. I've been gigging probably since I was about 10 or 12 years old. Tonight is anywhere from 2 to 4 guys in your boat. Try to get the top 3 places. Way out for the 5 biggest fish per boat.
Well, the bigger the red horses, the more they'll come to the top of the water, the bigger they are.
Got it.
And then you won't punch them on the bottom most of the time. You're from quarter to half throttled all times.
Got it.
You got to run them down.
We did not weigh in last time. We got stuck downriver on a shoal. Couldn't make it back up in for the weigh-in.
Brian Wilson. I'm from Jerome, right up here above the bridge, right on this river.
How long have you been doing this for?
Since I was 10, about 30 years probably.
Gotcha. So your family's been in the gigging.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Longer.
Yeah.
What's some of the diversity that you have to deal with out there?
It's falling out when it's 10 degrees. That's the worst. Other than that, it's just straight killing fish.
Gotcha. So you're gonna have your son on the boat with you, right?
Yeah.
And you guys alternate with who's driving and who's gigging?
Yeah, all 4 of us usually alternate.
Does he argue with you that he's a better gigger than you?
He likes to think he is, but there's no way.
What kind of boat do you drive,
The
Brian?
Legend SS with a 175 Evinrude.
Since gigging is considered a cold weather sport, temperature is one common factor that all crews have to deal with. As the final few contestants arrive and put in at the dock, everyone takes a moment to warm up before going out on the river where the wind chill can cut right through you. Tonight, our local 6 cameras will be riding along with Ted Feeler's crew and on board Brian Wilson's Legend SS. Hope they brought a second pair of socks. Good luck, boys, and stay dry.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
The majority take off upstream because it makes good sense that if something goes wrong, you control your way or paddle your way back. Some of the more daring crews, like Ted Feeler's boat, are headed all the way down to Fox Rock, about 7 miles downstream. Most of these fishermen are used to the cold, but the danger of falling in is real and safety precautions are required. With some of these boats traveling at speeds greater than 30 miles per hour, a navigator often stands up at the bow and gives hand signals back to the driver. Dodging rocks, submerged trees, and shoals is risky business when the sun's going down and you're in unfamiliar waters. Well, they were headed down to Fox Rock. Maybe if you boys win the tournament, you'll be a little closer to buying a Legend SS.
Take off at dark, and then usually by 7 or 7:30 is weigh in, and if you're not back, you know, and a lot of guys, they can't go very far because they're not used to running the river in the dark.
Right.
But, you know, I'll run way up and then hustle back.
Right.
But like we went to 89 last year during one of our tournaments way up on 89 Bridge. I never been on that stretch before. He's getting ready to do takeoff, and I heard some old boy yell, "I've got 30 minutes of my boat wide open to get where I want to get, and that's all I need to go." And I knew then I should have gotten his back pocket. Because when he come back, he won that night. He had gar, son, that long and that big around. Some of the biggest gar I've ever seen come out of this river. Every time the Gasconade.
Got it.
It's just different landings, but will come every time. I think this year they want to go to like the Merrimack and stuff once or twice. Yellow suckers, red horses, what everybody wants. If the water's murky, you're better off stay by the banks, you know, but if it's on clear nights like it's gonna be, right out in the middle.
Down there, princess, what the hell? You getting your purse together or what?
Brian doesn't seem to be in too big a hurry. With plenty of time to get to his favorite fishing hole, he decides to stop and check his beaver traps.
So what you got going on over here? What are we doing?
Beaver trapping.
Beaver trap.
He's checking his beaver traps. One over here that he caught one on. And he's making sure he pulled it out. And where these orange tags are at, that lets him know where his traps are at. Why? Been seized by the conservation.
This is an illegal tag by the conservation. They stole my trap. It was perfectly legal the way it was set. I think an uprising ought to be brought. They're communists. That's all I got to say about that.
Well, Ted and the boys managed to get their boat working again and made it down to Fox Rock. And it looks like they just got on some fish.
Here we go. Yeah, this fish is. Let's get the big ones. Oh, that's a big on the bottom. Let's get the biggest one you can get. Go easy, I got him. Oh, it's a little gig hand. I'll go back and get him. Ain't that big. It's a little bigger than you think. Gotta find them first. They're down there. Here they are right here. Look at the school right here. There he is. Yeah, you know he lands. Yeah, here they are. Right there. Back there, right back there. Right back there. There's like some pretty good ones there waiting, some of them. Yeah, there's all the fish down here. Follow me, I'm after the big one. I want to we'll throw them out like it. We'll get on a school like that, then we'll go back by and pick them all up.
They got on so many fish they didn't even have time to pull their gigs back in the boat, just sticking them till they run out of gigs, then head back to round up their catch.
Well, that's good in there. Heck yes. 4 or 5 like that, and it's over. Hang on. Oh, that's a big one. Holy smokes. I missed the big one, baby. Turn around and go back down to the river. About 5-pound bass.
This is Rick Damath. He's the owner of Cowtown and also the founder of the Legend SS boat. Rick, what is it about the Legend SS boat that is so good about fishing the rivers in Missouri?
I think it comes down there to construction of the boat. You know, when I first started selling boats back in the late 90s, it wasn't if aluminum boat would break, it was when. When you buy a lot of these boats, you get 6 months, a year warranty on them. With the Legend SS boat, you buy a new, you have a lifetime warranty.
But a lifetime warranty on an aluminum boat. What Rick has done is that he's designed the Legend SS boat specifically for fishing in the Midwest. You do not want to take a fiberglass boat down a river that's got danger of stumps and rocks, because you've got to take a boat that's able to run in shallow water, and these Legend SS boats can run in 2.5 inches of water. That's pretty phenomenal. Most people who own a Legend SS boat fish in it year-round, which gives you a lot of good time with family and with the sport that you love.
I can tell you this too, guys. The gigging tournament, the gigging that we're doing, this is about as redneck as it gets. You know, there's nobody polished. You can't imagine what they show up here to fish out of. We grew up fishing out of wooden flat-bottom john boats. You know, nowadays it's aluminum. They're wide. They're solid. They're stable. We grew up gigging without gigging rails. What a rail is goes in front of the boat. The lights are put on there, and basically, if you hit a stump of rock, it keep you from being ejected out of the boat. And I've been ejected out of boats more than once. And the water's cold. You know, and the way the gigging deal is set up, it's set up for family, for friends. You don't have to have a $35,000 boat to come out here and do the gigging tournaments. You can get by with $3,500, a tenth of what this is to make this work. But with Evinrude being involved in this, as far as with the Evinrude E-Tech, what we've done is we've taken it a step further. Most of the time, and you may hear this in the background, we've got a generator running for the lights, but most of the time these generators go in the boat, in your boat to operate your lights. Well, Evinrude E-Tech is the only engine out there that you can do away with the generator. So you lose the extra weight in your boat. You can put another person with a generator set. And with me, it was always, where is my generator? Who's got it? Will it start? Where's the gas? Well, with the Evinrude E-Tech, that goes away because you can actually run your gigging lights and fish and just use your Evinrude outboard for your power support for your lights. You know, and that's taking this whole thing to a whole nother level.
One of the things that's so frustrating about most outboard engines is that the moment you get it out of the box and get it installed on your boat is they tell you, hey, baby your engine because, you know, it's got a break-in period so that you can still uphold your warranty. And here with the Evinrude E-Tech, there's no break-in period because the alloy in the engine is 2.5 times stronger than what is used in any other conventional motor in its competition. One of the best ways to show off a product is to go ahead and put it to the test publicly. When we bring the Legend SS boat on site, it's kind of like the Cadillac of the river. I mean, all the guys, the moment that they see it, they say, man, if I was going to take a boat down the river, that's the boat that I want to take. we're just so excited. We're willing to put our money where our mouth is and to bring the product out here and to have people see the difference in the Legend SS quality.
This is our 5th tournament we've had, and everybody that has come has just fell in love with it. You know, there's no pressure. You know, they kick in $10 a piece in it, so it's not a huge money breaker. And they just come down. They're coming gigging anyway.
Yeah.
And they come and they have a good time with it. You know, nobody tends to want to do this with them and be a sponsor of it. So Cowtown decided that we would be the sponsor of these events, and it's done well. I think the people have been pleased with it.
Looks like Brian and crew finally got over their seized beaver traps and got down to the business of gigging suckers.
That's buddy. Very nice. Good job, Pete. I don't want to come on. Good job, Pete. Put him on the run. Whoa! One man just about went out. Good behind the fish on it? Yeah. Where's the gig at? Underneath the boat, I think. Yeah, I can see it. Still got the fish on it. All right, good job. And if I well, I can feel my fingers again. We got hung on that thing for a half hour. Oh, at least, yeah. And we just sat there and spun around and around in circles, and we finally got off of it. When we got the boat back home, Brian looked at it, and it pushed the bottom of that boat up about that high. Brand new boat. Brand new boat. The way me and Brian got gigging together, his mother-in-law used to work with me. She said Brian was going to have to take his boat home because he couldn't find anybody to gig with him. I said, well, you can have him give me a call. And, well, we've been gigging for the last 4 or 5 years together. Oh, wow. Non-stop.
And people might say, well, this is not a sport. But I can tell you this. It takes a pretty good athlete to stand on the front of this boat, balance it with a pole in your hand with 3 or 4 prongs on the other end, and poke these fish and get them in the water. I mean, I've been doing this since I was a little boy, and I'm not by any means great at it. So to be able to do this, you do have to be an athlete. And to be able to stand in front of that boat for 30 minutes or an hour and do that.
27-degree temperature, 30 degrees. It's all in the hand-eye coordination, like Rick said. It's all about following that fish, and you gotta put the two together. It's not about watching one and then getting down there. It's all got to come together, and that's what separates the good guys from the bad guys, the ones that break gigs and hit rocks, and the guys that are bringing the fish in the boat.
It does, and you know when you mentioned the temperatures too, because that water off those gigs gets on the deck of these boats. So a lot of time you're standing up there on a solid sheet of ice, trying to gig these, and these fish can be elusive. You know, and
the more they've been punched at, the spookier that they get.
Oh yeah, it is. You know, and some of these guys will have 14, 16-foot gig pole with a 6 or 8 foot piece of rope on it, and they're throwing them like spears. You know, so I mean, it does, just like Jeff was saying, it does take a lot of hand-eye coordination, and it just comes from practice.
The gig going through the water will spook the fish. Now you want to keep it back out of the light, keep the shadow off the fish, because when them fish see that shadow on the bottom, they'll move one side or the other. So you want to keep the gig out of the shadow until you get ready to get on that particular fish, and then get down there and just make that little short 4 to 6 inch jab. That's what gets you it ain't about the big old long Hail Mary what you see on the harpoons. That doesn't get it. That's just a lucky guy getting fish is what that is. But it's those guys that get down there with that 4 to 6 inch jab and it can get it down there the quickest.
Ted Feeler and crew are just about at the 20 fish per person limit, so they're only hunting the big ones, because 2-pounders won't cut it anymore.
Good Lord, it's fucking fish here. Pretty intense for a little while. We can see about, another 3 foot. Make it a lot nicer. That's it. Thing of it is, you get 2 or 3 boats and run them out of that deep in the water. That's not a bad one, Wayne. A little bigger than the rest of them. Actually, that's one extra one. A little bigger. He'll go about 4, won't it? Above average. Right up by the bridge, or make a pass in here and try to get, 4 more like that. Right here and see.
Mark Hans, Jay Jones, and Chase Feeler are the first team back at the dock, greeted by the Missouri Department of Conservation, who are here to make sure everything is on the up and up. They're checking for safety equipment, illegal fish, and fishing permits.
I've never seen as many large bass as I've ever experienced.
You guys satisfied with the catch already?
Very satisfied. We're in. We're done. We're going to load the boat and away.
Good. Good.
Pull up there and we'll weigh.
Really? It's probably the biggest there.
Did they leave, Chris?
Yeah. 18.69. You guys get a big fish?
Yeah.
Deal, okay. 5.25.
5.25?
Yeah.
And we're here tonight to check for compliance with the wildlife code for the people that are participating in the fish gigging tournament. Some of the things that we're looking for from the participants is, one, we want to make sure that they have the proper permits in order to legally take fish, and also ensure that they're not taking any game fish. We want to ensure the safety of the participants, so we'll also be checking to make sure that they have the appropriate life jackets whenever they're out on the water. Safety is so important during these wintertime events whenever you're out on the water, because if you fall in, the water temperatures are so low that you want to ensure that hypothermia doesn't set in. It would be roughly 10 to 15 minutes before medical personnel could arrive on the scene. And then in addition, if there's an emergency out on the water, whether a boat hits a rock and starts to sink or turns over, it would be even longer before personnel could get to that person on the water.
Get so many fish out.
Hello. Hopefully the guys from Sullivan did good tonight.
We did all right. We're going home with the limit. We'll be all right.
Between the two of us, we got our 20 fish each in 1 hour. By 6 o'clock we was done. Hello, what's going on? You want a fishing permit? Yeah. Okay. Can I go up to the truck and grab it? It's in my wallet.
Yeah, you
go grab it. It's right there in the parking lot.
Yeah, go right in.
Okay. Can I back down here too?
That's
Or
fine.
do you want me, okay.
Yeah.
I'll bring it with me in just 1 second.
How many people have pulled out so far? We could have been done in about. We could have been back at 6. How far did you go? Maybe a mile across the bridge up there. There was a lot of catfish down here. We don't have catfish like this running around. You don't see catfish. See a lot of good bass? There's a lot of bass down here too. You had to look. You couldn't just throw it because some of them had black tails. Go ahead, just pull them out. You could go down there and fill the boat up with them.
Yeah, I told you they're there. With
No way to catch, no way to, for the biggest fish?
no, that's the biggest. What was it, 5?
Yeah, the biggest somewhere.
cow. All right, we gotta go back. We got time.
There you go. And we got down here just almost to the mouth of the Gasconade, where the little pond comes in the Gasconade there, and we crossed over a little log in the water. I said, raise the trolling motor up, Keith. I said, you're gonna hit that log. It's pretty shallow. Water was about probably 4 foot deep. I had a pair of hip waders on because we did a couple of places we had to pull up there, you know, to get the boat around and stuff. It was real shallow. And next thing I know, man, I'm in that boat just come to a sudden stop. Well, momentum's going to carry you forward, you know. So I didn't want to trip over that light, so I just done a big bail, you know, and jumped feet first, and got in water about my waist, and my feet hit the bottom of that river, and back in the boat I was, and barely got my socks wet. when it's that cold, it don't take long to get back in the boat.
No, it doesn't. That's just part of the legacy of gigging in the Ozarks.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's why we do it.
That's right.
For the stories, for the just the sportsmanship, you know, for this right here, the fish fries.
Yeah, because you can't see what's all back behind here. Back here, a bunch of guys around the campfire, and they're frying the fish. You know, that's what it's about.
Making good stories, good memories.
Right. Yeah, when me and Jeff get old, we'll talk about this one day.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite part of the whole gigging experience is the weigh-in and fish fry. Sucker fish are full of tiny bones, and scoring the fish makes the bones palatable. Looks like these fellers have built a device to speed up the process.
Look inside of them. There's little bitty feather bones, so you got to score them. Allows the grease to get out between them and fries the bones up. It's no different than salmon. It's kind of salmon's full of bones. Sit there and hand score every one of them. You take 100 people standing there ready for fish. How long does that take to sit there and hand score fish? Thank you, Cal. It always comes. I told you, I may not be the gigging machine that everybody else is, but I'll challenge anybody to a cook-off.
How you doing? So I got your tag.
Yeah.
What was wrong with that?
Can't have a 220 on the land, man.
I thought I had it off in the water enough.
It wasn't in the water at all. And there was 2 of them sitting there. One of them you had taken maybe.
Can't have them on the land, huh?
You said you caught one?
Yeah, the day before. Yeah, the day before that. I try and make sure how far off the water they got to be.
Be in the water.
Completely submerged. Oh, okay.
I can show you up there.
Okay. Do I get it back or?
Yeah.
Okay. Did it have anything on it? No. I went to the prosecuting attorney's office and filled out that paper for my bow. So now I gotta, am I gonna get a ticket over this trap?
Yeah. Was you pulling all your traps tonight?
No, that one there's from last time. I still haven't even. I've got every one of my other ones are at the house. My conifers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just meant your other traps. You got several traps on the river, right?
Yeah, I tripped all them before I went to Kansas.
With their bellies full and their toes cold, everyone's ready to start the awards. But it's after 9 o'clock and there's still one boat missing.
All right, well, it's 9:05 and 9:10 is the cutoff for the last person to be in. So we've got one boat still out and we don't know where they're at. So
Nobody's heard from them.
You know the name?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Jason Curtis.
hey, does anybody have Jason Curtis? Does anybody know how his boat's doing?
Is he all right? We'll make everybody look mad.
He said he's going to keep his in the boat. It's way too much.
Guys, first off, I want to tell you thank you. We really appreciate you guys coming out. Did y'all have a good time?
Yeah! It's crew number 14, Scott Holt's crew. David Barnett, Courtney Hensley, and Gene Lefebvre. 5 fish weighing in at 10.75 pounds. Big fish at 3.43. All right, this is crew number 13 at the Legend SS Gigging Tournament. Chuck Zambodi, Derek and Justin with their 5 fish weighing in at 17.94 pounds. And the big fish at 6.31. Good job, gentlemen. This is crew number 12. Brandon Whitaker, Dallas Taylor, Randy Carroll, and Shane Carroll. 5 fish weighing in at 10.42 pounds. Big fish at 3.18. Good job, gentlemen. This is crew number 11, Ted Feeler's crew. And Whaling Clifner. And
Lance Wells, smart. You can't read that.
all right. They're 5 fish weighed in at 15.23 pounds. Big fish at 5.40. Good job, gentlemen. This is crew number 9, the Legend SS Gigging Tournament. Brad Watson, Alan Ritter, and Todd Sutton. 5 fish weighing in at 19.49 pounds. Big fish at 6.20. Good job, gentlemen. This is crew number 8, Dennis Holland and Ryan McKinney. They're 5 fish weighing in at 8.96 pounds. Big fish at 2.96. Good job, gentlemen. Thank you. This is Willie Pyatt, Lucas Evans, Jesse Evans. Crew number 7, and their 5 fish weigh 12.38 pounds. Big fish weighing 4.12. Good job, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chris Williams and Jacob Webla. 5 fish weighing in at 10.48 pounds. Good job, guys.
Thanks. Thanks for putting it on.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the big fish winner. Chuck Zambodi coming in with the fish at 6.31 pounds. $100. $100 fish. All right, sports fans. Let's give a big applause for the 3rd place winners, Jay Jones and his crew. Yeah!
Third place team.
Right here. $70. And ought to buy the gas and the fish battery. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Good job. It was Jay Jones, Mark Hans, and his crew that won number 1 last time. And this time, coming in number 2, Brad Watson's crew. Let's give him a hand.
How much?
$120. Ladies and gentlemen, for the Legend SS Gigging Tournament, 1st place winners, Jason Martin and his crew at 20.02 pounds. Give him a hand. All right. Good job. Won $200. Okay, Brian, now that you won the money for driving in a Legend SS boat, with an Evinrude engine. You want to go to Disney World or donate it to the Conservation Society?
Disney World.
To the Department of Conservation. Just joking. He wins $100 for being in a Legend SS boat and $100 for driving an Evinrude. Let's give him a hand. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 2013 Legend SS Gigging Tournament. Thanks for watching.
This is all the prize money here. Nice. Okay?